updates on spots on how the boys did yesterday in Sierra Leone. Aaron Akerjola.
Rufai, you didn't have to laugh. We knew it was an anemic performance, but nevertheless, good morning to you, Rufai. Tunde, always a pleasure looking lovely in pink. And
no, this is not pink. She told me it's fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Okay,
yes, you should learn.
Okay, fuchsia pink.
Dr. Matt's going to let you know the color charts now.
I'm learning.
All right. I'll need to get my color charts very properly. Okay, now moving on. Starting off from the Super Eagles, quite lethargic from them yesterday. We expected a response after that debacle that was a 4-4 draw against Sierra Leone in Benin City. We're expecting something what of a fight. As a matter of fact, videos actually surfaced online where Kelechi Iheanacho, the Leicester City man, was speaking to his counterparts in Sierra Leone and telling them that reverse come. That's what he said in pidgin English. Unfortunately, the Super Eagles huffed and puffed. Nothing came out of it. Goalless story actually ended yesterday. It's not all doom and gloom for them, but they've just made their life a little bit difficult. Because when you look at the results, several key teams yesterday did qualify for the showpiece next year. Nigeria had an opportunity to do that. Probably they were expected to pick 4 points from 2 games, which did not happen. As a matter of fact, we would have expected that a team 91 places behind the Super Eagles will be holding the Super Eagles to 2 different draws at 2 different times. Unfortunate for them, more pressure is on General Tro to deliver, and he's not convincing at all. It seems that the criticism that have been heaped on this man is very, very rife at the moment.
Oh, yes.
Unfortunate for him, because that seems to be the only scandalous result, aside the fact that even Sudan beat Ghana yesterday, all right, to 1-0.
Is that the only story you have?
Okay, so still moving on. And let's actually press it further. Lionel Messi, all right, arguably the world's best player. He's in the news once again. He's been in the news for quite some time right now due to contractual issues with Barcelona. At the moment, we know that Barcelona, strong Lionel Messi to staying with the Catalan club, but relationships are still frosty, and his contract will be expiring in the summer. He's won quite a lot of laurels for Barcelona. Undoubtedly, he's their greatest player ever. But the big but is that they found themselves in contractual entanglements that has left Lionel Messi, or rather that will mean that Lionel Messi might be walking away from Barcelona for little next to nothing. And Barcelona will try to save face, because right now they've been cutting down on wages, because monies are hard to come by. As a matter of fact, they're in the hole to the tune of £436 million at the moment. And the La Liga has even told them to even cut further on salaries, and maybe to try to generate some revenue, they might want to sell Lionel Messi in January. Manchester City have renewed interest in reuniting Pep Guardiola and Lionel Messi, who made history happen back in the day, 2009, 2010. Season, so they'll be expecting something to actually happen. Would it happen is left to be seen. But right now, Barcelona have their backs turned against the wall. Rather unfortunate for them, because the question is, how did they find themselves in this? And Lionel Messi will still be walking away at the end of the season with £30 million. They signed a contract in 2017 that meant that he was going to get a loyalty bonus. Aside the fact that he earns 1.6 million every single week, you're also going to get a loyalty bonus of £60 million. In February, 30 million was paid, and sometime in the summer, 30 million will be paid. How did Barcelona get themselves into this? While doing that to satisfy Lionel Messi, they've been finding themselves in deeper holes, debts left, right, and center. Like we've been talking about, there have been talks that JP Morgan are looking for a way to cash out back on the loan they gave to Barcelona, because Barcelona was supposed to use that money for stadium renovations. That did not happen. They used that to pay salaries, and right now that is not the stadium is not generating any kind of revenue, and they found themselves even in deeper hole at the moment. Rather unfortunate for Barcelona, but let's see where Lionel Messi goes next. But before I come to you guys, quickly, in tennis, Rafael Nadal, he's never won an ATP finals. He's done almost everything. He's the king of clay. There's so much talk about the Spaniard and his fearsome left hand. But unfortunately, Dominic Thiem, all right, quite enterprising, young, and looking like the next gen that will take over in tennis, shocked Rafael Nadal once again. And Rafael Nadal although he might be able to squeeze into the semifinals, but that will mean he must win his next game. At the moment, the hard surfaces don't seem to be Rafael Nadal's forte, and I'm not banking on Rafael Nadal actually getting through to the semifinals. If he manages to squeeze into the semifinals, I don't think he'll be able to go past the semifinals. He's never won an ATP finals for some particular reason. And I don't know, this year, okay, due to injuries most of the time, but this year, due to the very, very congested calendar and very, very shrunk down calendar, he's been able to manage himself. But at the moment, he's showing that he can only play in the clay surface, and any other place might just be a free flow for any other person.
I can imagine that. I would like to quickly comment on the game yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, it just shows what we've all said about again at Raw. It was a raw-ish performance yesterday. Very raw-ish performance. And,
but they didn't lose. They didn't lose.
Also aided by the pitch. Pretty much my secondary school pitch looked better than that. The grass on my secondary school pitch looked better than that. But it's just time.
Which school is that? Igbo Grammar School?
FGC Otobo. It looked way better than that. And the truth has to be said, I think we need to start thinking long-term, you know, for the national team. We've given General the time to build. Yes, won a couple of games, but we need somebody that can truly build the team. It might not be a high-ranking coach. I mean, Westerhoff wasn't that known before he came with Joe Bonfrey, and they built something.
But the point is, in defense to them, Clement Westerhoff spent quite a lot of time. 5 years.
Spent quite a lot of time. But
yes, 5 years. It takes time to build a team.
But let me tell you strongly that even if Raw spends another 20 years, nothing will change. Honestly, even if he spends 25 light years, nothing will change. Raw cannot change anything. It's time. Get a developmental coach. On my mind, I'm thinking Amunike big time. So what Amunike did with Tanzania. Get a coach that can come develop things. For Barcelona, they dug themselves into this hole, and they need to get out of it. Because Messi is gone, it's finished. But I hope they should, because like they say about Barcelona, Meku club, it's more than a club.
Well, unfortunately, they've reduced themselves to nothing now.
Aaron.
Yeah.
I mean, Lionel Messi's performance has also dipped, surprisingly. I guess, you know, he's no longer happy where he is. But I know, you know, we always say nobody is indispensable.
Yeah.
Well, what is the future of FC Barcelona without a Messi?
It can never... See, the point is, I think that particular narrative was what the board of Barcelona were strong on and got them misguided. Every player, or players come and go. Players do have seasons. Ronaldinho was at Barcelona. Rivaldo was at Barcelona. Lionel Messi is not, if he leaves Barcelona, Barcelona will still survive. They might go through their patches, but they will still survive. For a club to think that without a player, the club might not be able to survive, it's just living in fool's land, because at some point the player will get old, at some point the player would have to retire. And what happens at that point? Right now, Barcelona have pinned their hopes entirely and solely on Lionel Messi, and they are paying the great price for it right now, because there is no backup to Lionel Messi, and there is no backup for the future. It's unfortunate for Barcelona. They've actually played for it on the pitch and off the pitch, because right now the board is in disarray because of the whole Lionel Messi saga, and it has also cost them almost everything. For the club to be in debt of close to about £500 million, and they're not even too sure. What do you say?
For £37 million.
Yeah, 47 million, that's almost £500 million. And you're not even still sure what the future actually still holds. And we're not, with COVID-19 still wrapped up in Spanish football at the moment. My God, Barcelona are in a deep, deep hole.
All right, thank you so much for that, Aaron. You know what they say? A star is good, but a galaxy of stars even better.
Mm-hmm.